My name is Catherine Drummond and I'm with Gingerbread Girl Designs, and this video is a demonstration of a diamond eyelet in canvas work. Eyelets can come in a variety of shapes and sizes, but they're all stitched in a very similar way. So I'll show you this one and you can use it in your own canvas work. I'm stitching on 18 count mono canvas, and I'm using number 5 pearl cotton in DMC 519 for this demonstration. So one of the beautiful things about eyelets is their open, lacy look. And on canvas such as this, it's really hard to open that eyelet just with the tension of your stitches. So what you want to do is open up a hole first, and I'm going to use, this is called a trolley needle, and it's a type of laying tool for helping you manipulate your threads. But I'm going to use this to open a small hole in the middle of my stitch. So this is just a very small opening. If you want a bigger hole, you might want to use a tapered awl or a thicker laying tool to get a bigger hole for your eyelet. So we're going to come up at 1 in the diagram, which is 1, 2, 3, 4 canvas threads up from the hole that we made, and we're going to go down in the center of the hole. All of these stitches are going to share that same hole. So there are two basic methods for stitching an eyelet, and I've shown in the stitch diagram that I showed at the beginning of this video one method, and in that method you make every second stitch of the eyelet on the first trip around. So this is 2 in that stitch diagram, and down in the center, and then 3 and down in the center. In the second method of making an eyelet, you would make every stitch, and so you'd only make one trip around the stitch. And if you're using a thread like this number 5 pearl cotton, which has a tendency to show wear after it's been pulled through the canvas several times, then it's a good idea to use this first method, the one that I'm showing here. And that way you don't see the difference in wear at the end of the stitch from the beginning of the stitch. So you don't get a fuzzy thread in this last leg of the stitch. You're spreading out the wear a little bit more. So that's number 8 there. And that is half of the stitches, half of the legs of the stitch filled in. Now we'll go and put in the other ones. And even though you can't really pull the hole open with just the tension of your stitches, you still want to keep a tight tension on these stitches because you have a lot of legs to fit into that one center hole. Now, if you're using a thread that is variegated, you would want to use the second method, and this would be coming up at 1 and going down at the center. This would be 2 and going down in the center, then 3 and 4 and 5 and 6. And that way, when you got back to here, after one trip around the stitch, you'd be finished. And the reason you want that is to show off the variegation in the thread. That's 14, 15, And there you can see the eyelet has a pretty lacy little hole in the center. And if you made a whole area filled with these, it would have a really lacy look because of the holes in the center of each eyelet. Now these can be done in squares, octagons. You can make them bigger, you can make them smaller. There's a lot of different choices that you can make with your eyelets. So give them a try and happy stitching.